Good morning. I'm Padmapriya, Assistant Professor in Department of CSE, RMD Engineering College. Today we are going to see the topic queue under the subject data structures. A queue can be defined as an ordered list which enables insert operations to be performed at one end called rear and delete the operations to be performed at another end called front. So queue is referred to as first in, first out list. For example, people are waiting in a line for a rail ticket, form a queue. So the person who stands first in the line in the queue will be served first. And the person who is standing at the last in the line will be served last. So the same way, the data which has been inserted first will be the first data to be deleted out. And the data which has been inserted last will be the last data to come out of the queue. So now let us consider a simple diagram where front indicates the position where we will be deleting the data and rear indicates the data where we will be inserting the data. So the insertion is referred as NQ and deletion is referred as DQ. So these and all are the basic operations in queue. So NQ to add an element to the end of the queue, DQ to remove an element from the front of the queue, is empty is an operation which to check if the queue is empty, is full is to check if the queue is full, peek to get the value of the front of the queue without removing it. So these and all are the types of queue. Linear queue. So linear queue is a simple queue where we will be inserting the data one after the other. So inserting the data at the rear position and deleting the data at the front position. Next comes the priority queue. So priority queue is a data where we will be inserting the data one after the other and we will be setting a priority value to each and every data. So the data which is having the highest priority will be deleted first. So in this example, 10, 20, 30, these three data are having the priority as 2, 6 and 5. So which is having the highest priority? Yes, it is the data 20, which is having the priority as 6. So it will be the data which will be deleted first. Next comes the circular queue. So circular queue is a queue where we will be inserting the data in a circle form and we will be deleting the data in the front position in front pointer and we will be inserting the data in the rear pointer. Double-ended queue. So the double-ended queue, we will be having special operations where we will be able to insert the data and delete the data both at the same position. So even in the first position, we will be able to insert the data as well as delete the data, as well as in the last position also, we will be able to insert the data and delete the data. So this is going to be double-ended queue. So now let us see the operations of the queue. So the first position is going to be -1. So if both the pointers, front and rear pointer is pointing to -1 means there is no data in the queue. So this indicates the queue is empty. Now let us see to enqueue the data 1. So we want to enqueue the data means first we have to increment the pointer rear. So rear plus plus. So now rear pointer will be coming to the position 0. Now we will be inserting the data. And the one and only data which is present in the queue is 1. And the front pointer also have to point to the first data. So front pointer as well as rear pointer is pointing to the first position, 0th position, which is pointing to the data 1. Now we want to insert the second data 2. So I'm going to increment the rear pointer and I'm going to point the rear pointer to the position 1 and going to insert the data 2. Now the front pointer will be pointing to the position 0, that is to the data 1, and rear pointer will be pointing to the position 1, that is for the data 2. So in such a way, we will be inserting the data 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we want to dequeue a data means, which is the first data that is in the 0th position. So now I will be deleting the data 1. And now after deleting the data, the front pointer is going to point to the position 1, that is 2. So similarly, I'm going to delete the 3 datas now. So 2, 3, 4 will be deleted. And Now the front pointer and the rear pointer will be pointing to the last data, that is 5, which is in the position 4. Now I'm going to delete the data 5 also. So now the data, the queue is going to be empty, and now it is going to come to the position -1. So when it is -1 means the queue is empty. So this is the program which we will be seeing for the queue. So first, I'm going to include all the variables which are going to be used in the queue program. So first, I'm going to initialize a queue array, and I'm going to have a variable n, which is going to indicate the number of values that can be introduced into the queue. Front pointer and rear pointer, initially it is going to be -1. Now, void enqueue. So for inserting a data, first I'm going to initialize a variable val, where I'm going to insert the where I'm going to assign the value which I'm going to insert in the queue. So first I'm going to check if the rear value is going to be n-1. So n is going to be the space which is going to be in my array. So the total number of space which I'm going to be in the array is 100. So 100 means in the array we have to count from 0 to 99. Okay, so even 0 is going to be counted as 1. So from 0 to 100, we are going to check. So if the rear value is going to be n-1, that is 99, means the queue is complete, full. So we have to give the data queue is overflow. If not, otherwise, we are going to check if front is going to -1. So if it is front is going to be -1, means there is no data in the queue, so that we can insert the data now. So front is equal to 0. Now I'm going to insert the element in the queue. I'm going to give the value val, C in val, and then I'm going to increment the rear value also. So Q rear value is equal to Q of rear is equal to val. The value which I'm going to insert is going to be inserted into my array. Now let us see for the deletion. For the deletion, I'm going to check two conditions. If the front is equal to -1, means there is no data in the array, as well as the front value should not be greater than the rear. So if it is going to be greater than the rear, means the queue is that is going to be mismatched. The queue is underflow. So otherwise, I'm going to delete the element which is being pointed by the front pointer. So the front pointer where it is pointing, in that position, what element is that? That element I have to delete it and I have to display it. So for cout, element deleted from the queue is queue of front. After deleting the data, I'm going to increment the front. So it will be pointing to the next data. So this is the program for the queue. Thank you.